So Muhammad, please.
Dov is my friend, first, and a colleague. He elected to be mayor the same year that I elected to be mayor, 2004, and we served for the last 14 years. And I hope that his decision to continue, not like my decision, he did a lot of things here. This is an amazing place that suddenly I remember very well Masada with one building and with youth settlement here near the offices. I think you heard about the new approach, and more than half of the mayors want to make cooperation in the Negev with a positive approach to do the things together. And he one of these two. And I think I would like to thank Dov. On Saturday, came here with his wife to meet you and to talk about the challenges in this place. Thank you, Dov. תודה רבה. לא מובן מאליו שאני מושך אותך בשבת. And for you, the amazing group. I just leaving now because my son leaving to the airport for 1 year studying in France. The next 2 hours, and I need to meet him before. I hope that you enjoy the trip in the desert. I told you it is hard, but it's funny. I'm sure that it's hard, but I don't know if you get the funny. And we hope that we continue to be the network. I'm in the laboratory, the systematic laboratory, one of the team that want to continue to be one of the network, the international network. And I believe that you will be the network, and you can contact me anytime, email, WhatsApp. You have all the details with Michael. Enjoy your time. You have another 10 days to stay here and to spend the time in Kh'ura and other places. And that's it. I want to thank you that all the team, very, very pleasant to meet you and to talk with you. Some of them talk with you with no language, with no English, like Peter Group, but they enjoy to spend the time with you. Thank you very much.
Muhammad is, unfortunately, is not continuing to be a mayor in Kh'ura, but you have to know that Muhammad is one of the most important leaders in the Negev. And I'm very glad to cooperate with him many years. We'll talk a little bit about environment here at the Dead Sea. You can ask questions, whatever you want to know. Unfortunately, as you see in the pictures, the Dead Sea is declining by 1.20 meters every year. And this brings with it also geological and ecological problems. One of the most famous ones are the sinkholes that you can see over there in the pictures. And why it happened? Sinkholes, there are sinkholes everywhere in the world. I mean, there are places like in Siberia, and it goes because of the heat of global heat. You have under the surface you have ice, and then it's melt, and then the ground collapse. Here, it's a little bit different. We have under the surface, under the ground, we have a layer of salt. It can be 6 meters and can be 30 meters, layers of salt. When the Dead Sea was high, the water that covered these layers of salt was a salty water. And when the Dead Sea is declining, is going down, instead of this salty water that covered these layers, came sweet water. And this sweet water melted the layers of the salt. So suddenly you have a hole underground, and this hole underground is all the time collapsing. And today we have about more than 6,000 sinkholes at the Dead Sea. There are places that we had to live. We cannot develop anymore. Places that were working. I mean, we had a near Engedi, we had you came through the nose. So you enter, you saw the circles, you enter the nature reserve. Before you just drive straight, okay? And this area all this area we have to live it. We have a gas station over there, we have a beautiful beach, a restaurant, a guest house. All this area we had to live. We cannot stay there anymore, we cannot develop this area. So instead of it, we have to find places that are stable and underground. We don't have a layer of salt. So actually alone, us as a council, we cannot save the Dead Sea. We just trying to bring awareness to the problem of the Dead Sea, international awareness. So we did a lot of things globally. I mean, we brought here concerts to Masada, we brought David Guetta, we brought here Jean-Michel Jarre, we brought here the opera. So we did events in trying to raise awareness to the Dead Sea. Jean-Michel Jarre is also an ambassador in UNESCO for environment. So he also we took him as an ambassador to the Dead Sea. We also 2016 crossed the Dead Sea swimming with 30 swimmers from all over the world, professional swimmers, that came here for the first time. To swim at the Dead Sea is so difficult to do it because it's you know, there is 350 grams salt per liter. It's a very heavy water, and we didn't know how the body to cross the Dead Sea is 15 kilometers. It's like 7 hours. We didn't know how the body will react to be exposed so many hours to the salt water. So we use boats to escort us with sweet water, with medical assistance, with everything. And we succeed to cross the Dead Sea swimming. And this year in November we are going to do it again. But this year we are planning to do like 3 seas. To cross the Dead Sea swimming, to raise awareness to the declining of the Dead Sea. We are planning to do something in India to raise awareness to the plastic at the sea, and in Iceland to the whales, to raise an awareness to the saving the whales. So we'll see a short clip about swimming the Dead Sea.
From the presentation, I didn't really get what were the most contributing factors of the, that losing the Dead Sea.
The declining of the Dead Sea. Okay. So, as you know, until the early 70s, the water from the Sea of Galilee flowed down to the Dead Sea, about 1 billion cubic water to the Dead Sea. And the early 70s, we dammed the Dead Sea. We dammed the Lower Jordan River, and we used the water, for other purposes. Israel is growing, the Palestinian Authority, and with the peace treaty with Jordan, we have to give them 50 million cubic water, and today 100 million cubic water, because the scarcity of water in Jordan is amazing. They receive like potable water for like 2 days a week. It's unbelievable. So and also the population in Israel grew. So actually we build the national carrier of water, and we use the water from the Sea of Galilee to agriculture, drinking, the growth of Israel, the natural growth of Israel. So today, flow down from the lower Jordan River, instead of 1 billion cubic water, only 100 million cubic water. And the Dead Sea is continuing to dry, to evaporate. You know, the heat it's more than 20, 30 years ago. And also the Dead Sea works also contribute, the Israeli and the Jordanian sides contribute about 30% of the declining of the Dead Sea. They use the water, they evaporate water, they let the table salt to sink, and they use the other water to extract the minerals as potassium, magnesium, bromine, chlorine, and they feed the world, you know, with this potassium, you know, to grow vegetables and plants all over the world. So actually, this is the main sources, or the main reason that the Dead Sea is continue to declining every year, about 1.20 meters. The things that we have to do is to bring more water to the Dead Sea in a different way. And one of the ways that we are doing it today is building a pipe. It was supposed to be a Red Dead canal, but today the project is only a pipe that will bring 215 million cubic water, salty water, from the Red Sea to the Dead Sea. And in 10 years from now, it's going to be 400 million cubic water. But actually, we need 800 million cubic water just to stable the surface of the sea as today. So we need another 400 million cubic water. From where we're going to bring it, it's difficult to say. Yes, not everybody together. Yes, please.
Yeah, sure. You had another question?
Yeah, there is no way you could be negotiating the size that actually on purpose evaporating the sea. And they probably see what's going to happen, right?
To negotiate with who?
With the size that evaporate the water on purpose, so there is no plan to maybe decrease the.
Well, you mean the Dead Sea, the industry?
Yes.
Well, the industry, as I said, in one way, they are contributing 30% of the declining of the Dead Sea. But in the second hand, they contribute a lot. One, to feed, as I said, the world. They contribute to jobs, to the Negev. About 6,000 to 8,000 families live from this industry, only on the Israeli side, okay? And secondly, the tourism industry, the hotels are actually built on an artificial pool. The Dead Sea hotels on the south, they actually are located in an industrial pool. So actually, if they stop their activity, the area, the hotel area, is going to be dry, because there's no reason to bring water to this area. You understand? It costs a lot of money. So it's going to be like the salar in Bolivia. There's no water. So 4,000 hotel rooms and another 3,500 hotels that we are building now, we're going to vanish from here. So actually the main things that we have to do is not stop using the water to bring more water to the Dead Sea, as it was before. Yes?
That was actually roughly my question, so that answered.
Good. Okay.
Just one more to complete. To complete this issue. We are not satisfied only with research. We are always trying to put data outside the decision makers. And regarding this issue of the declining of the Dead Sea, there is a lot of research about how and what will be the shape of the solution. We, after being invited by the Finance Committee of the Knesset, of the Parliament of Israel, this January, we, for the first time in the history of this committee, we put on the table the option of reversing the flow of the desalinated water from that is produced in the shores of Israel to the Kinneret, to the Sea of Galilee, and then to fill the Kinneret, and then to have the option of thinking after 60 years to open the south dike of the Kinneret, of the Sea of Galilee. And then the Jordan River will be benefit. And
we gain from this several things. First, we stabilize the Kinneret, the Sea of Galilee, that it's all the time also declining and declining. Secondly, we can bring more water to Jordan. Third, we save also the Lower Jordan River, that is very important for the environment. Today, mainly sewage is flowing down in this area, and you know, at the end of the Lower Jordan River, we have the Baptist site where people from both sides come to baptize in the water. So this is a touristic site that can bring about 6 million pilgrims a year. And this can be also a triangle of peace from the Palestinian Authority, Jericho, Israel, and Jordan. Economics bring peace. That's it. Tourism bring peace. Yes.
I wanted to just inquire about this product and this project of bringing the.
You're from Spain.
I'm from Spain. See?
Yes.
Yeah. About this project of bringing the water desalinated from the brine from the desalinated water from the Red Sea, which biological impact it can have in the ecological composition of the Dead Sea. Has this been assessed?
Yes, I mean, we don't know yet exactly what will happen to the Dead Sea by bringing this water. That's why we're bringing a very small portion of water. We know that bringing like more than 4 million cubic water can paint the sea in white. It's called cast. You know, other minerals, the combining of the minerals. So that's why bacterial also. You know that in 1998. No, 1992. Sorry, 1992. Who was not born in 1992 here? Good. In 1992. It was the last time that they opened the dam of the Sea of Galilee and let the water flow down to the Dead Sea. And it was amazing. For about 3 months, the Dead Sea was painted in red. It was painted in red because the layer, you know, the sweet water, did not mix for 3 months. It was a layer of sweet water that flowed above the water of the Dead Sea, and there was life at this water. It was algae, red algae, Donaliella and other kinds of algae, and it's paint the sea in red. It was amazing. And actually there is life also here. I mean, today at the Dead Sea, there is like sweet water that comes out from the ground at the Dead Sea, and it goes out like a tube, you know? And it's amazing because only in this tube, there is micro life in this sweet water that goes out and it pours after the Dead Sea and they die. But in this tube there is life. Around it, nothing. So there are really nice and amazing things at the Dead Sea. Okay? So Michael, it's your turn. I don't know, you want to talk to them? No. So we can, if you are hungry.
No, I think that it's an incredible, both the decline of the Dead Sea as a result of human, both the decline of the Dead Sea, the result of human activity that you heard about, with the usual justification that there's jobs and so forth and so forth, but then also the interventions to try to save it, which are major effort without understanding sometimes what will be the implications.
Exactly.
So I think that this can become, or has to become, should become, a fantastic laboratory, if you like, a global laboratory in trying to understand the severity of the impact of humans and the implications of what it will mean to reverse them. Because reverse them we must in many places. This is one major issue, but desertification and many other things that are on huge scales have to be dealt with, and where it doesn't look like the planet is prepared yet to deal with those issues in a concerted, full, complete, well-financed, well-thought-out way. It will have to be done. So this is a pioneering, if you like, effort here, and congratulations on everything that you're doing here for that. Both bringing the awareness. I think these are wonderful events that we've seen. I wasn't aware of them. The idea of swimming that sea is just...
It's crazy.
It's totally crazy. If you have the chance to get into the water, you'll see why I'm saying this. But before I end, I'll thank you even before we leave. Really wonderful, and thank you for coming in the Shabbat. This is the weekend now, to be with us and for your wonderful hospitality.
I want to be relaxed for the game.
We'll see if we can help there, though.
Yeah, please.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, thank you. So now we'll have lunch, and there is an original cooking. Eti is Moroccan, so it's Moroccan food, and you have vegetarian, and you have also meat, so no problem, and fish. There's no vegan, no vegan.
I'm sure it's good enough.
Yeah, okay. I don't eat vegetables as an Argentinian because usually I don't eat the food of my food.
Just one word to Michael, it's not fantasy. 2 weeks ago, the government of Israel took a decision of adopting this reversing the flow scheme.
Not because of the purpose of the Dead Sea, because of the purpose that the Kinneret is so low that they are reversing now the national carrier.
It's a psychological precedent. It's not
imagine that it will be full and then we can open the dam again. This will be really something.
No, I think that the possibility of stopping using water from the Kinneret for agriculture everywhere and using desalinated water for that purpose, it makes a lot of sense.
Another thing is, you ask about if we can stop using the water for the industry, right? Or decrease, right? So who says what is more important? Exporting